No matter how far we fall, there is always a chance to make the greatest comeback of our lives. We have all been there, at a low point in our lives where we feel like we've hit rock bottom. This is a good sign. It means you're aware of it. It could be due to a failed relationship, a lost job opportunity, or simply a feeling of disappointment or failure. However, in Islam, we are taught that no matter how far we fall, we can always get back up and get closer to our Creator, Allah. In this video, I will share exactly how you can implement this in your life. Make sure to watch all the way to the end. Do not be weak. Number one, your mindset. This is the only way that true change can happen. Allah, as Ali, has let us know that He only changes the condition of people when they change the condition of their hearts. Another interpretation teaches that we should change our lives and our own circumstances. In other words, Allah will help you when you help yourself. As Muslims, we believe in the power of change and growth. We strive to become the best versions of ourselves, but often we find ourselves stuck in a fixed, limited mindset, which limits our own potential and growth as individuals. But what if we could change our mindset from a fixed and limited one to a growth mindset? What if we could unlock our full potential as Muslims and achieve our goals with a new perspective? Know this. In a fixed mindset, we believe that our abilities and talents are fixed traits that cannot be changed. We may think that we're not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable of achieving the success that we want. But this mindset will only hold you back. It will only make you doubt yourself. A growth mindset, however, believes that our abilities and talents can be developed through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It is a mindset that encourages us to embrace challenges, learn from failures, and see them as opportunities for growth. Everyone has the ability and capacity to improve and change for the better, but not everyone puts it into action. This capability, or rather, this decision, is what will separate you from others. The responsibility is on you. No, we're not responsible for what happens to us, but we are responsible for how we respond. Number two, make moves in the shadows. We live in a society that glorifies material possessions, instant gratification, and self-indulgence. But as Muslims, we're called to live a different way, a way guided by self-discipline. With so many distractions and temptations, it's easy to lose sight of our values. That's why you must cut down the noise from your life and go into ghost mode. Most of you probably spend the majority of your time scrolling through social media. Cut this out. Many of you play video games and watch films. Cut this out. Now, don't misunderstand. Doing halal activities is fine, but only in moderation. Perhaps a halal video game is okay if you need to unwind, but you need to decide if these things are really worth your precious time. If it's haram, it's not even an option. Without these distractions, just think about the extra time you'll have in your day. A half hour of video games per day turns into hours per week, which turns into days of your time over a year. What books could you have read in that time? What new skills could you have learned that would help you in the long run and give you freedom, barakah, and even money? For example, when the channel owner of Radiant Deen used this extra time to work on a faceless channel, he had to learn how to edit videos, write scripts, understand how the YouTube algorithm works, assemble a team, and start building. Now look how many individuals have taken inspiration and started their own Islamic channels. I advise you to do the same. He knew nothing about this at first, yet he studied, learned, and mastered it. You can pick any skill you want. It doesn't have to be a faceless channel or even a YouTube channel. Just make sure it is for a good cause and put it into practice. Number three, stop procrastinating. Did you know that procrastination is one of the strongest tools of Shaitan? Through it, he has led many people astray. I know how it feels, finding yourself putting off important tasks only to end up feeling stressed and scrambling to complete them at the last minute. We all go through this. It is a very common problem. But as Muslims, we have a responsibility towards our time and actions. In Islam, time is a gift from Allah, and we are accountable for how we use it and for how we waste it. Procrastination is essentially wasting this precious gift and neglecting our responsibilities. It is an act of neglectfulness. As the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, there are two blessings which many people lose: health and free time for doing good. Subhanallah, Our time is precious, and we must make the most of it. Yet we often find ourselves falling into the trap of wasted time, delaying important tasks. For me, one of the main reasons for procrastination is a lack of motivation. People may tell themselves, "I'll do it later," or "I'm not in the mood right now." But as Muslims, we must find the will to persevere and strive to please Allah in everything we do, practicing discipline and self-control. Discipline is a skill, it's learned, and it's an action rooted in reminding ourselves of the consequences of procrastination. People often say that the pain of not doing the hard work is worse than doing it. Procrastination is a failure to remind ourselves how delaying tasks now can prevent us from reaching our future goals and rob us of the goodness that awaits ahead. Number 4, create a new version of yourself. Create a new identity, a better and stronger you, an ideal version of yourself that will pull you into the future. As long as you stay the same, act the same, think the same, live and feel the same, you won't change. You'll always veer off course and fall back into old patterns. Why is that? It's because you don't have a compelling future that pulls you forward. How do you currently see yourself? And how do you expect to change this mold? Envision the person you can become, someone you can be proud of. Create this image in your mind, visualizing what that person looks like and the kind of life they have. Inshallah, this vision aligns with the teachings of Islam and the Sahaba, who had the best characteristics, bravery, and exemplary conduct. Think about the qualities this ideal person has. Visualize their goals, aspirations, behavior, and activities during their free time. Write these down. For example, this list might include someone who stays focused on their goals, has a deep sense of knowledge, and surrounds themselves with good company. This will give you a strong foundation to build upon, helping you transform into the person you aspire to be. Now that you've defined your intentions, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. Think about how this version of yourself will come into being. What did they do to reach this point? What skills did they learn? What daily practices helped them? For example, if your ideal self is someone who values knowledge, an actionable step would be to read for at least 30 minutes a day or complete the first module of a course on hadith. Gradually build upon this goal until it becomes a part of your routine every day. Before you know it, you'll be on the path to becoming the person you admire and desire to be. Number 5, make tawbah, brothers and sisters. No matter how far you have fallen down the hole, no matter what sin you have committed, as long as you are alive, you have a chance to turn it all around. No matter how much evil you have done, it is always worth turning back to Allah. Make sincere tawbah. Stop the sin, turn away from it, and take active steps to remove it from your life. Cut it out completely and detach yourself from the people who led you into it or who were involved in it. Protect yourself, protect your iman, and dedicate yourself to becoming closer to Allah. Allah can always reform your heart, but you must take the steps to walk down that path. You cannot become a better person while continuing to sin and walking away from the path that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made for you. Just look at the world of the kuffar. They may have various ways of self-improvement, but you'll see people who are supposedly at the peak of their personal growth. Celebrities renowned worldwide for their accomplishments and successes. Yet we hear constantly about their immoral private lives, the abuses they commit against others, the harm they cause their own families, and tragically, many of them even take their own lives, despite having everything this dunya has to offer. So what did they really gain? Success in this dunya without success in character, adab, and iman is no success at all. This world is empty, and it will only fill you with more emptiness. The more you hunger after it, the greater your emptiness will grow. It is up to each and every one of you listening to this message now to find your iman again. Come close to Allah, turn away from the ways of the kufr, and return to Islam. You'll find that you'll become a better person than you ever imagined, inshallah. May Allah make it easy for each and every one of you. By the way, if you want more Muslims to benefit from this message, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Write Radiant Deen in the comments to let me know you made it to the end.